to Fancy Football. My name is Omofeos, and this is Group C preview prediction of the Euros 2024 Championship that will be hosted in Germany. With me on the show today is no other than once more, Noso Arinzechi. Noso, good day, and how are you?
Good day to you. Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to be on our show. We promise to be explosive. Thank you again for having me.
Okay, we'll be looking at Group C today, where we have Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and no other team than the Three Lions of England. We saw them yesterday played against Iceland in an international friendly or in a warm-up game, and they lost 1-0. Before we go into the nitty-gritty of the group, the defeat to Iceland by the Three Lions, is it a wake-up call, or is there a cause? Is there no cause for alarm?
I think there's no cause for alarm. It's just a reality check. Come on, you're heading to Euros. You're playing the best teams in Europe. You expect to meet some dark horses, underdog. Maybe should I say they over underrated. The Iceland team. And then they stunned them real good when the coach had to start making those changes, getting them the likes of because I can't try to chop and change. Those boys defended astutely. So it's just a teaser what they should expect from the Euros, especially from the lesser team. A lot of questions have been asked about England and how well they'll play when they don't have the ball. When they have so much of the ball, the team has to defend. Now it's like break us down if you can. I think yesterday wasn't a good day for them because I don't think they passed that test. But this is what they should expect from the lesser teams when they get into the Euro 2024.
Okay, let's dive into the group. The group matches for Group C. In Group C, we have Slovenia, Denmark, like I said, Serbia, and England. And you expect Slovenia to play just like the Icelandic national team. These are teams that when they get opportunity, they hit you on the break and come back to defend. If you look at Slovenia, this should be their third appearance or second appearance to the Euros. The last time they were in the Euros was in 2000, way back 2000. That should be 24 years ago. So, what do we expect from this side, this Slovenia side, that is being led by Majek Kek? What do we expect from them? Because look at the players that they have. Funny enough, I don't think they have any players from the English Premier League. I think it's the first time I'm seeing a team with no players from the English Premier League. If you look at Joan Oblak in goal for Slovenia, they have a wonderful keeper. So I think in terms of...
it depends on what you call wonderful. Because the guy is getting age and is making age. Age is telling on him. I don't think he had a great season.
I don't think age should be telling on the keeper. No, so
yeah. For the past 2 seasons,
age should be telling on the keeper.
But come on, it's for All Black. He seems to started well as a young goalkeeper, and as begin to get into his early 30s, he begin to wave off. I watched him last 2 seasons. I think there were good chances goals he should have saved, but it is what it is. If there's only anything, he's got the experience to lead this team. I think he will captain the team. But it's a young man as well who I think as well can help the team heading into this tournament. He's Benjamin Sesko for RB Leipzig. Yeah, he's a target for Arsenal as well. They've got Josip Ilicic as well. Ilicic is a very beautiful player. He plays in Maribor now. He was in the top league. He was in, I think, Italian Serie A at some point. So they've got players scattered around Italy. You have players from Udinese in Jaka Brijol, the right back. Can also play as a centre back. They've got I'm trying to see which other player again that plays somewhere around Europe, the top team in Europe, and Sandy Lovrich as well in Udinese as well. So it is what it is. They've got Petar Stanovic in Sampdoria. So there's not really the big name. I think the two biggest name has to be Benjamin Sesko and Jan Oblak. And they'll be coming to this game as massive underdogs, hoping to prove a point. But to be sincere with you, we all know what Slovenia is. It was the time when they had them certain defender. I'm trying to remember his name now. I'm trying to remember the guy they had at some point, but he's now retired. So it's not here nor there, man. So I think they should just enjoy the tournament as it comes. But If they get out of the group stage, for them, it's just be one game at a time. No pressure, no pressure at all. No pressure, no pressure. The squad tells a lot about itself. When your best player is an aging goalkeeper and a young player who is just beginning to emerge into the scene, it tells a lot of story. You can't even find a single player in the Premier League. The guys playing the Italian Serie A, playing in Udinese, a team who just managed to rescue from relegation. You've got players from Sampdoria as well, mid-table team, and the rest is in Greece, Panathinaikos, and the rest of that. Which tells you that to be sincere with you, they're not one of the favorites to win the title. But as a manager, you just have to take it one game at a time. One game at a time.
So are they one of the favorites to come out from this group?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not really. If I will pick three teams out of this group, I won't pick Slovenia. Not today, not tomorrow, and not any day near Sunday. Because come on, the quality of the three lions will come to that very soon. And even though they are going to this tournament, to me, a depleted English team and a less experienced English team than they took to the World Cup and the last Euros. But the quality that they've oozed, they have in the squad is definite. You see Serbia as well. Serbia has got some quality players who come to that. The likes of Dusan Tadic, and of course, not forgetting the man who plies his trade in Saudi Arabia, Mitrovic as well. So I don't think they're favorites. For me, it's just one step at a time. If they get out of the group, for Slovenia, it's a massive boost for them. They'll take it all day long and twice on Sunday without any argument. If you tell them, please, just get to the round of 16, if you give them now without playing a ball, they will take it. And they will not play the tournament. It is what it is. Because
you have to play.
I'm telling you. But it's football, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. Okay, from Slovenia, we go to the 1992 champions.
Now I'm beginning to talk about the football nation. I thought I went somewhere close to the Eskimos, but now we're coming to the football.
So
finally,
Denmark are the 1992 champions, like I said, and this should be their 10th Euros, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Coming from that friendly win against Sweden, where they beat Sweden by 2 goals with Christian Eriksen.
Very wonderful match by both sides.
Yeah.
Eriksen, Holbier, Rasmus Holland.
The guy who plays for Brentford, who was the revelation last time.
Yes, the who played for Brentford. Then
exactly.
We have Delaney as well.
Tom Delaney, yeah.
Well. Yes, Tom Delaney, I think a wonderful player and a veteran of this Danish national team as well, just like Christian Eriksen. So let's look at Denmark and let's see what they will bring to the table. And we all know, we know what they will bring to the table. They will always bring that finesse, technicality, energy into. We know what happened in the last Euro. Was it the Euro or was it in the World Cup when Christian? Well, it was in the Euro when Christian Eriksen fell down and slumped in the last Euro. So we know what this team brings in. Look at their defense. Look at their attack.
You have Simon. You have
very strong defense.
Very strong defense.
Yes.
AC Milan, Andres Christensen, Barcelona, Joachim Mele. We know him very well. He plays was at some point in Atalanta. Now he plays in Wolfsburg. You have Jannik Vingegaard, he's in Leicester City. Joachim Andersen, Crystal Palace. Rasmus Christensen, Roma. Victor Nelson, Lindelof. Nelson, we all know him. He plays the straight name Galatasaray. In the goalkeeping department, they have two beautiful goalkeepers that play in England. Matt Hermansen in Leicester City and Kasper Schmeichel at some point left England for Anderlecht in Belgium. In the midfield, Christian Eriksen, Thomas Delaney, that's Tom Delaney, Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, what a player that guy has been. Tottenham Hotspur, Matthias Jensen, Brentford, Christian Norgard, Brentford. You've got that Brentford player in Damsgaard, Michael Damsgaard, so Brentford. You have Jonas Green, exactly, Josef Poulsen, RB Leipzig, and then the attack is. You see Kasper Dolsberg, Aston Villa. You have Rasmus Højlund, the Man United striker, and of course, not forgetting that man Jacob Brun Larsen of Hoffenheim. So they look like a football. Now we're not talking about the footballing team. Look at the quality of the players. 2 players playing in Manchester United, in Eriksen and Højlund. They've got players playing in Brentford. I think 5, if I'm not mistaken. They've got players playing in Leicester City, the champions of the championship. They've got players playing for Galatasaray, the champions of Turkey. They've got players playing for Crystal Palace, Barcelona. Come on, the quality is and Tottenham Hotspur, who just missed out on Champions League football in Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. So the squad is quite huge, and we all know them. The last time they were the Euros, they got to the semi-finals. If I'm not mistaken, they were beaten by England. Remember? Yeah, so this could be payback time for England, for them beating them at the Wembley Stadium. It was that tournament that Damsgaard emerged into the scene and became a world player. So the squad is wonderful. There's a mixture of experience and youth. The experience coming from Tom Delaney, Christian Eriksen, and Simon Carr, the captain, the guy who plays for AC Milan. So they've got some young players in Damsgaard, Rasmus Højlund. They say it's the low budget Erling Haaland, but they are all from the Scandinavia country. But the boy has shown he can score too, So they've got a good team. They can compete. They are one of the favorites to get out of this group. And with what we saw in the Euros and at the World Cup, they see they're not scared to have a go at teams, and you can't rule them out at all because they've got quality it's quality in depth. So, like I said, some of the quality is there. It's visible for you to see. So, in this group, it's one of the tougher opponents to face in Group C. So, I give it to them. They have a great chance heading into the Euros 2024.
When I watched that game with Sweden, the warm-up game with Sweden, the way they play, like I mentioned this thing at the beginning when I introduced them, they play with energy.
Yeah.
And they press. Their style of pressing without the ball is, I think,
it's second to none.
Yes, it's second to none. We have to look at other sides in the competition as the competition goes. But with that match I saw that day, I watched that day against the Swedish national team. They were pressing without the ball, and with the ball, they move massive defense, massive attack, not leaving any stone unturned when they defend. They defend in numbers and they attack in numbers as well. And it should be a cause of concern for teams like England and teams like Serbia that are within that group of teams that you expect them to qualify from this group. Am I right?
I think I quite agree with you. I think the strength of this Denmark team is the youth. It's the youthfulness of the team, the ability for them, the fact that they've got players who can cover lots of blades of grasses. They never say die. You could see how they played England in the semi-final last time out. They're like foxes. They don't give up. You see, as much as we say, they've got quality, but which of the players is a standard world-class player on its own, apart from Christian Eriksen? Not so many. Not only. I don't think I can point to another person. Samantha Kerr is a very good player, but it's not a worldy. Rasmus Højlund is not. To me, I still think he has a lot to give. He's still in that. Exactly. They are good players. Yeah. So that's what they've got. That factor of there's nobody. We're not looking up for anybody. We're looking up for ourselves. We look after each other. We defend together. We attack together. And the pressing has been second to. Watch them. They press together. And when they press, what they do, they try to. They remind me of the style of football that Jurgen Klopp plays at Liverpool. The only issue is that with the Denmark teams that they tend to, to gas out of energy towards the end, the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. But there's no how you can play that for 90 minutes. It doesn't matter how much you have trained for it. It's energy sapping, So what you try to do is ensure they don't kill you off. And that what England did in the semi-final. They do not kill off the game before the last 10 minutes or last 15 minutes. Then you can exploit. Because if they kill off the game by then, it's almost as useless as rubbish. Because 3-0, 4-0, what can you do with 10 minutes? Even if you have 11 Pele on the pitch of play. So it is what it is. So I think that's one of their strengths, the ability to to cover blades of grass, to press, and then it seems they mark from the front. Yeah. You see Rasmus Højlund charging the ball. You see Eriksen, even with his issues health-wise, still putting in a shift in. So that's what it's all about. It's about them working together as a unit. And then trying to do well for themselves. They've got a fantastic goalkeeper in Kasper Schmeichel. He looks like one of the best goalkeepers in the world, in my opinion. Maybe a lot of people could argue with me. He left. He's well traveled. England, France, now Belgium. He tells you the quality. He's won the Premier League winner, Championship winner. At some point, he had his signature at Manchester City. So he's a good player, and they'll bank on his experience as the captain of the team to lead them to victory. That's if and only if Eriksen does not start much game, which I expect him not to. I see they'll play more as an impact player coming in from the bench to come and change the course of the game because the guy has got the brain of a Joe. I think Eriksen is what to Denmark what Luka Modric is to Real Madrid. Absolutely, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're right. Let's move from Denmark to Serbia. We know what Serbia is all about. Mitrovic, the most controversial striker in world football.
I wish you could see my hands right now.
Mitrovic.
The guy is a scorer for someone. He knows how to score goals.
He is a scorer, a poacher, full with energy, full with life.
The guy just coming from a
Though
league where he won the title in Saudi Arabia. He won the
though
cup from El Nasri as well. The guy is on good form, very good form. Heading to this one.
though controversial, that people will say, but I think players are who
What's
they player
controversial?
play,
What's controversial about
players are
scoring?
yes, players are
It's
who
what he
they are.
does. He's stuck in
We know
trade.
when I talk, we know when I mean controversial because he has a moment of madness in him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so and
I agree. He can pick up a stupid
that
red
is
card
yeah,
from nowhere.
that's his own
That
controversy as a
that is
player.
stock in trade. Yes, that's a stock in trade. We know that,
So
but he needs a coach to calm him down, let him play his game.
exactly, let's look at Serbia and let's look at the arrays of stars that they have in their team. They have players from Florentina to RB Salzburg, Juventus, uh,
To Chelsea. Someone say
Chelsea to
Chelsea.
Chelsea. So, what do we expect from this team now? So, this team that we have here that has been captained by Dusan I think Dusan Tadic,
Dusan
if I'm not
Tadic
mistaken. Yes, from that place from Fenerbahce, formerly
of
Southampton and
Ajax
Ajax.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and also they have a certain striker that when he's on his A game, very much more technical but than Alexander Mitrovic,
His
Dusan
name is
Vlahovic,
Duslav. They've got three good strikers, to be sincere with you. They've got
Dusan
Luka Jovic
Vlahovic.
of AC Milan. They got Dusan
Yes,
Vlahovic of
Vlahovic.
Juventus, Alexander
Yeah,
Mitrovic. Unfortunately, they can't play the three of them. In the midfield, they've got
play the
some
three of them.
beautiful midfielders in Ivan Ilic of Torino. They've got Sasa Lukic of Fulham. You know what? How well he
Yeah,
can play. And
very well.
Nemanja Maksimovic of Getafe. So good midfielder. They have Serge Milinkovic-Savic, who was once with Lazio. Now he plays Al Hilal, the team that also won the same team of Alexander Mitrovic.
They have
They won
Philip
the league.
Kostic in that team as well.
Philip Kostic, the left wing back or winger, he plays for Juventus. They've got Nemanja Gudeji. He can play as a midfielder and a defender. He plays for Sevilla in the Spanish La Liga. They've got this young man in the defense. I'm trying to get his name right now. Pavlovic. He plays for the Red Bull Salzburg. He's had a
Yeah,
great season for them. I think their weak link should be their defense because the midfield and the attack is quite star-studded. But in the goalkeeping department, they are sports for stars. We know Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. He plays for Torino. He was at some point with Lazio. He's in there. They have Dodo Petrovic is of Chelsea. Unfortunately, he has stolen that number one jersey from goalkeeper Renato Sanchez.
Sanchez. Yeah,
Sanchez, formerly of Brighton and Hove Albion. And they've got a very good team. Every player in this team, most of them are starters in their clubs. And most of them are title-winning players. Lukakovic, Mitrovic, Serge Milinkovic-Savic, Petrovic. These are players who are playing the top tier of football. So they seem to be the banana peel of this year. I foresee something funny. I think they will get out of this group in Group C. I think they'll find a way. I think three teams will get out of this group. My head is telling me three teams would. Denmark, Serbia, England would. Because come on, man. I think Slovenia will be the whooping boys. Everybody goes there and gets something, and then pray for the gods of heaven to pick up something else in other games. Because I don't see any Slovenia surviving any of the onslaught. We just looked at the Denmark team and the quality they bring. We look at the Serbia team and the fact that this Serbia team have been playing together for a while.
yeah.
For a while, this team was most of them went to the World Cup and the
It's not
Euro.
just a team. It's not just a team
Exactly,
that was piece off because of this tournament or in
exactly.
the
Right.
last.
You bring defense down low.
They've
They've been
been there
there.
for
Then they go to the
past
quarterfinals of the World Cup.
4 years now.
Exactly. So it is what it is. We'll put our fingers crossed. They've got something to offer, and I think them to get out of this group as one of the best losers. They should be true. They should go through as well.
So, Dragan Stankovic, the coach of Serbia, we know his antecedents as a coach, and that is why when you look at the team itself, he knows that for him to come out of this group by any means, either as a third place or as a group winner or a second place, he has to attack. And that is why, if you look at the number of defense in his team, the defense are just that same number that you expect a team to have. But if you look at the
Yeah.
arrays of midfielders he has in that team and arrays of striker he has in that team, four strikers, which I think is enough for it to take up a tournament. And look at the midfield he has. The likes of Ivan Ilicic, you expect this team to fight from 0 minute to 90 minutes in every game they will play in this group or in this tournament.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you. What I think the quality of this Serbian team is in the midfield. They've got more ball winners, ball fighters than creative players in that midfield. I could barely point one or two. Miliko Bisav, defensive midfielder, Gudetti, defensive midfielder. I think the only person who's more creative among them is Dusan Tadic, who as well is not bad as well in tracking back and helping out with the team when the need arises. So, like you said, it's about staying in the game. So for you to get about Serbia, you have to get past that solid midfield or play past them by going long above them. Because all they want to do is win the ball, and then find a way to get. They may not be as very good at getting service to the striker, but if I get two, they've got a striker that does not need 5 chances to score a goal. He needs 2 or 3. What they do is try and get a service to Mitrovic. And what does Mitrovic do? He scores. Simple as that. So that midfield will be the strength of the Serbian team. They've got some steel in that midfield. And I tell you, he looks like the coach is ready to fight his way out of this group and get something from this tournament. Because imagine almost 11, 12 midfielders. You have to say, what is this man's plan? It tells a lot of story.
Okay, so that is that for the Serbian national team, and we expect them to give us a good cracker in this tournament. Finally, the 3 Lions of England.
Now we start.
Now we start. Don't be small. So finally, the 3 Lions of England. Okay, the likes of Harry Maguire, the likes of Grealish, Rashford will not be going to the Euros, and
James Maddison.
Yeah, James Maddison, and people are yes, blah blah blah. Now you have a team that is, I would say, is a mix of youth and experience. When I mean youth and experience, is that
Mr. Philip, experience.
No, you still have the top striker there, the captain of.
The kid now. I'm going to express that midfield. I can't find any.
Yes, but you still have Luke Shaw is still in that team.
How sure are you Luke Shaw will play?
No, he is. I'm sure you still have Bukayo Saka.
He has no choice.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have a point to put. You still have Bukayo Saka that has tournament experience in that team.
Yeah.
You have Jude Bellingham in that team, so there's still experience in the team. You have
Jude Bellingham only played at the World Cup. Whether you play at the World Cup or not, whether he plays at the World Cup or not, he's just coming up from a huge bounce of winning the Champions League. Okay, that's the experience.
It's part of the experience. He played in the World Cup, and at what stage? At the quarterfinals of the World Cup. That was where he played. So he has that experience than the likes of Phil Foden. You still have Declan Rice in that team as well, that has also played in the World Cup as well. So we shouldn't really count them. So he has more experience than the likes of Phil Foden, the likes of Kobe Mainoo.
We know. But is that enough experience for the team?
You also have. Let me finish now. So you also have Kieran Trippier in that team that has gone to 2 World Cups and played in 1 Euro.
Okay.
You also have John Stones. Yes. You also have John Stones. You have Kyle Walker in that team that have played in 2 World Cups and 1 European Championship. So there's still experience in that team, whether we like it or not.
There's only let me tell you something.
A lot of newcomers. For me,
Mr. Philip, I'm a realist. This team is.
We all have to be realist.
Apart from the defense, this is a light team. This is the lightest of the English team I've seen in a very long time. And it was exposed yesterday against Iceland. There is, apart from Harry Kane and some few defenders, there are no leaders. See, international football is not on club football.
No.
Let me explain to you.
Yes. Someone once said you don't win teams with kids. Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree with that person to some certain extent, but he was proven wrong. But why why that statement might hold in some parts of football is that when it comes to international tournaments, international football, you need men. You need men, more of men than boys, to take.
Absolutely, it's a one-off. It's just win and move. There's no time to lose and regroup. There's no regrouping in tournament football, and that's what England does not understand. See, as much as we all know, I think he has issues with managing some players, and when he has a box up with you, he doesn't like you. The reason James Maddison went to the last World Cup because the press spoke. Even the press had to speak out, and he took James Maddison. Finally, now he has had to stop. They find out after the press did not talk. The press already thought, the press already thought, okay, we have forced him into Grand Southgate's plan. They didn't even make too much noise about it. The people were like even surprised when the press leaked it, and now he dropped because the press did not speak. He dropped the man. Do you know as bad I've taken Rashford to this Euros. I would have found a way around to get Rashford in this Euros because of the experience he's gathered. He's seen it all. He's been at this stage before. He may not be at the best of form, but he could be a joker when the chips are down. We saw that against Iceland. Who could stand up and answer the query? Harry Kane is just recovering from fully fit, not fully fit yet. We all know his injury history. Nobody could stand up and take full advantage. Every player you're seeing there has barely been either in one international tournament or none at all, apart from the back line. From Trippier to Walker to Stones, and then the rest are debutants. You take how many debutants in your back line for a Euro?
And that's my problem, because see, so if you might agree with me, the press in England picks the team. The press in England picks the team, not the
I think that's Southgate. Southgate is a stubborn manager. Southgate is stubborn. He picks the team.
He is stubborn, but he knows that he knows that he also have to listen to his colleagues that are pundits.
If he listens to the press, he would have taken
that. And that is why you have the likes of Oli Watkins in this team, which I think, for me, he's not tournament ripe, to be frank. That's why
I think the player that should not be there is Ivan Toney. He hasn't played much football.
Ivan Toney in this team.
He hasn't played much football. Hasn't played much football.
Yes.
Yeah.
The likes of Rashford, the likes of some other players might not have, but these guys can come into tournaments like this.
They are tournament players. They are tournament. We saw Rashford at the last World Cup. Before the World Cup, he wasn't Rashford. He spawned into life. And even Harry Kane didn't hit it as much as he did at the last World Cup in Qatar. So for me, I keep saying it. The team is, as much as I think they will get out of this group because of the opponents in front of them, because the football rule will say beat what's said before you. Yeah. But the team is light. Maguire is out injured. That's a big blow to him. But he would have been the man who would say, go, then they go, stay, and they stay. He's missing, but I think Walker, Trippier will step up because I think having three experienced players and Stones in the backline will solve out that issue. Yes. But in the midfield,
Stone is also a player that has not been in the best of form this